did it feel to be back?
I mean, it was amazing to see all the Hawk fans, see everyone in the my NIL jerseys and things like that. It was super special, and to see the standing ovation, it really means a lot. And I'm just so appreciative of the time that I've spent here, my 2 years here, and just to see all the amazing relationships that I've built. And things like that. So it felt really good to be back.
When you go back to whether it's high school or even your time at Central Michigan, could you have ever imagined, being on an opposing coaching staff and having that type of reception just to be back in an arena like Iowa?
No, absolutely not. And like I said, I'm just so grateful to have even spent 2 years here. I was at Central Michigan, a small Division I, and then being here and playing in Iowa in front of 15,000 people. I always say it all the time. I never. Little me would never anticipated that. So to be back here and get that same ovation, and like I said, seeing all the people in the jerseys and things like that, it really meant a lot.
What do you think of this Iowa team?
Yeah, they're really freaking good. I'll tell you that. They get up the floor. Obviously Hannah, she's a hassle. Not much we could throw at her, but they're going to be really good, and obviously they have an amazing coaching staff. So I'm really excited to see them and follow them this season.
When we covered you guys during those Final Four runs, we always tried to ask you about the reflecting about it and stuff like that, and it's hard in the moment.
Yeah.
But we rarely get to talk to you guys, now a year or two after the fact.
Right.
Just now that you've had time to reflect on that moment, just what was it like being on a team like that and going through those 2 runs?
Yeah, it's super special. Now looking back at it, you're so in the moment, you don't realize kind of the way the game has changed and things like that. But really looking back on it, I'm so grateful to, I played on a team, being on the national championship stage. You don't get to do that very often. And then again, I'll always say it is the relationships, regardless of how many games I've won or lost. I've been so thankful to be surrounded by such amazing teammates and coaches who I still keep in touch with.
Did your time at Iowa and your connections here at Iowa, did that help you get the Evansville job? Did that play a role?
Yes, absolutely. Coach Reina, I just want to give a huge shout out to her. First of all, she's the reason I even ended up in Iowa. Her belief in me to fit the role that they needed, that started it. And then obviously her and I kind of had a conversation afterwards of kind of what I wanted to do after the season. And I said, I wanted to maybe try the coaching thing in a GA. And so she helped me out and got me, had a connection with Coach Robin here at UE, and helped me out with that, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. So I'm very grateful for her.
What's it been like being a coach? What are you kind of doing for Evansville, and then what's it been like transitioning to that coaching role?
Yeah, well, first I'm still working on my master's, so I graduate in December. And so I'm kind of doing, a lot of, we only have 2 assistant coaches. So doing a lot of, scouting and things like that, a lot of hands-on. So I'm super appreciative for Coach Robin for, giving me such a bigger role. And so it's been a great experience for me.
What's the biggest thing you've learned about coaching from the Iowa coaches?
I think the importance of relationships with players. It doesn't matter how many minutes you play, whether it's 40 and you're scoring 20 points a game, or playing 0 minutes. Those relationships really matter.
How have you tried to build those relationships at Evansville?
Yeah, well, I think that starting with communicating. We're checking in with them before practice, after practice, having them in our office, and our office doors are always open, and just kind of having that open door policy of always having someone to come talk to.